Welcome to this moment. Take a minute to connect with your breath. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Let your breath connect you with your whole body. Bring it all the way down to your fingers and your toes. Let your shoulders relax. Find 10% more comfort in your body, whether you're lying down or you're taking a walk with me today. And once you find that, check in with yourself. When I say should, it's not if I say should, how do I feel? When I say should to myself, of course we say should to our people we love all the time. But when I say it to myself, or when people say it to us, what are we feeling? Rarely joy in my case. Shame, oftentimes. A sort of wash of like, oh, anxiety. Sometimes my heart beats really fast. And just notice it. It's quite a motivating feeling, actually, in the ways of like, I will do anything to avoid that feeling. So it gets us to do stuff that we think that we don't want to do. And it's a beautiful gift. The first time, about 20 years ago, somebody said to me, "Oh, you shouldn't, don't use the word should." It's like, don't use the word should. That sounds like a should to me. So I would avoid that languaging, and I'd invite you to explore with curiosity, like deep curiosity, when you say should to yourself or another person. Let's start with myself. I think you need some compassion. This is a chance to give yourself, like, oh, honey, I don't want us to dwell in should for very long. And I really want to be intimate with that feeling that comes up within me. And say, oh, okay, yeah, that's a really uncomfortable feeling. And not just do the knee-jerk reaction of like, and what can I do to avoid that feeling? Really let yourself explore what's important. What's important to you when you have that feeling? I imagine it's something super important. And the first need that comes up for me, I don't know if I have this inner 2-year-old or adolescent in me that is just, I'm very, very intimate with. It's like, no, you're not telling me what to do. I value choice. And that's like, so if I want to feel something besides the shame, I dwell in the beauty of, oh, for me, I don't know what it is for you. Explore what is your need when you say should to yourself. It could be choice. I value choice. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. When I go back to that, when that person should me and say, you shouldn't use should, it's like, it sounds like a should. Immediately I was like, should. And it just points to that feeling of contraction, of you're not telling me what to do. And I really want to be in choice with what I do with my day, what I do with my life. I don't want shoulds ruling it. And I don't want any part of me ignored. I want that part of me to say, I hear that you value safety. You know, certainly not having other people, I should wear makeup. That's like you don't want other people to judge you as unattractive, I guess. I don't know. So the should just, let it point you to what's important to you. What do you want to choose? What do you want to do? What do you really want to do? What's behind the should? Make it a choice. If it can, I think all things can be a choice. Nelson Mandela in jail chose not to let anger overcome him, um, take control of his mind, his world. So I do believe we always have choices. So explore when we should ourselves. What do we feel? Is there a should that you're telling yourself? And listen to that. And maybe there's another thing that you can do to meet that need. Or you can choose to do the thing, as I often do when I find I'm shoulding myself. It's like, well, I need to either reframe this or find another way to meet that need. What is it? What are the needs? Give yourself time to explore that. Anytime you hear that voice in you, thank them, because that is something in you, probably from a long time ago. My mother used that word a lot to me. You should do this, you should do that. And it wasn't pleasant. And it can be. You can reframe it. You can find the choice. An example just a couple days ago that you may have heard is when I was feeling overwhelmed, and it should, because I had to pay my I was shoulding myself. You need to pay your house taxes. You need to do that. Okay, you're taking care of a lot of people. You have to make sure you have a roof over your head. There's a big should there. There was a part of me that was pleading with me to pay my house taxes. And I had to reframe it it took a while to get to listen to the should. It's like, yeah, I hear you, I should. And the other was like, I get to figure this out. I got to reframe it into a choice. I have a choice to live here, and part of that is figuring out how to get the money together for paying a pretty big tax bill. Little house, but a big tax bill, in my opinion. And it totally shifted it for me. It's like, yeah, I get to do this. And it brought so much joy into figuring out how to do that. So I invite you to explore your shoulds every time you hear yourself saying that. First of all, feeling the feeling the body sensations. I'm pretty intimate with that feeling now. It comes up. And make sure from those body sensations you ask yourself, what's really important to me right now? what's really, really lights me up. And having that choice is really huge for me still. I still really value that. I had to reframe it into a choice. And I, I listened to my partner this morning. He's like, "Are you shooting yourself?" Of course I am. What are the needs? And he just relaxed into the, like, oh yeah, okay, I'm choosing to do this. And they just had so much more agency. And then it goes for neutral people when, people are working and as to support my life, um, I hope they have agency in their lives. I can wish for that for them because I have a huge amount of privilege, a huge amount of choice in my life. I chose to get up at 5 this morning to make this video and to be with you all in community. Huge amount of needs that are met for me. And then we want that for all beings in the world. We want them to have agency in their lives. It makes for more kindness to each other, I believe. And so may all beings in the world be able to unpack their shoulds in a loving, kind way for themselves, and may it reverberate to all beings in the world. Thanks so much for joining me, and thank you so much, my dear beloved friend from the YouTube community, who came up with such a great suggestion for a meditation. Thank you.